Okay, now they're pulling back. Having an MG would have been so useful. Okay, now where were you this entire time? Oh my god, this makes me mad. Hi and welcome to History Legends. In this video, we'll do a step-by-step historical breakdown of the Battle of Kursk as depicted in the fan favorite, beloved Generation War. Be ready, it's gonna be a bumpy ride. Let's go. So they don't have subtitles, so I'll try to translate as we go. Telegraph station. Your task is to capture and hold. Panzer support. Soviet resistance is strong. 50% of tanks and 40% of crews gone. No reserves left for you. Okay, you have to capture and hold at all costs. At all costs. It's important. He's a bit nervous. I also like that when you look at his face here, he's tired. That's a good detail to see. Because being tired, hungry, dirty, it's a life of a soldier. Okay, check this out. These three guys are the squad leaders of his platoon. And they're properly equipped with MP40s. And on top of that, they have these special MP40 ammo pouches. There's 6 of them, 3 on each side. That means they go into battle with 7 magazines. So that's well done. No enemy movement. We're here. Okay, I like that the troops are reloading their ammo, taking grenades. Okay, second group first. Third group at the back for fire support. Okay, let's go, ladies. Okay, you go first. Okay, so there's a little mistake. I think it's something they forgot in the script, but Lieutenant Wilhelm is in charge of a platoon, a Zug in German. Whereas in the previous scene, the senior officer told Wilhelm to take his group forward, his squad. So basically not the same unit size. They're all young. That's fair. Let's check out their uniform. Okay, check this out. This is well done. You can see the water canteen on the bottom right. That's well done. You have the gas mask at the bottom. You have this kind of rain poncho in the middle and the food canteen on the top. And it's all attached by a belt. And they're equipped with a Kar 98 rifle. Again, full marks because Germans usually carried all their equipment with them at all times, even during an assault. Okay, hold on. Oh, check this out. Okay, you can see here that they're not wearing boots, but shoes. German infantry during World War II was notorious for their boots. They would tuck their pants inside it. So either here they don't have boots at all with simple shoes, or they have the pants on top of the boots. But either way, it's wrong. You can see an example of what I mean in this picture here that took place during the Battle of Belgorod in 1943 during the same time, and the boots are very visible. Alright, we saw an MG box ammo, that's great. Okay, first group forward. Okay, first mistake, check this out. Blind assault on enemy positions. Let's be honest, they have no clue what's beyond that corner. At least send scouts to make sure that it's safe. And what bothers me here is that we clearly see an MG ammo box here. And every squad usually had an MG. Now there's 3 squads. We should be able to see 3 MGs. Is it so hard to have at least one their position to provide suppressive fire in case shit goes wrong? And if you think I'm making this up, look at this picture depicting the assault of a German infantry squad during the Battle of Kursk in 1943. The infantry never moves before the MG is positioned. That's rule number 1. Okay. Up to the alley. Let's go. First group. Okay, you see how they're all grouped up? Not the best way to maneuver. Okay, at least there is one squad, about 12 men, full strength. That's well portrayed. They're all equipped with Kar 98 rifles. That's also well done, except for officers and NCOs with MP40s. So at least we can have a good sense of the size of a unit. But I think there should be at least 3 times that number of troops involved in this battle. But I feel they're in a very tight formation. If something happens, they're done. Oh my god, where did it come from? What did I tell you? What did I tell you? But there's something that bothers me. Check this out. Before they go into that street, you can see the window here. The right one is empty. Fully empty. And all of a sudden, you have a Soviet with a machine gun ready to fire. So of course, this is just a cinematic shock factor. A pretty cheap one, in my opinion. Realistically, the machine gun would have already been positioned. And the moment Germans pass by that corner, it immediately fires. That way, the Soviet machine gun can easily keep in check an entire German company by itself. Basically, that would force the Germans to find another way. Okay, so casualties immediately. They take cover. Okay, that's good. MP40s, that's good. And they fire from a position that is covered. That's good. Okay. Oh, more Soviets. Okay, no. Okay, that's a bit cheap too. Okay, do you see this guy? He literally throws a grenade from a fully exposed position. We just saw earlier that anyone in the field of fire of the Soviets would be shot. But thankfully he has a perk that makes him invisible to the enemy, so he can throw the grenade in all safety. So let me know what you think, but you could either throw it with the left hand being covered by the wall, or if you want to use your dominant right hand, you could maybe throw it from the back of your hand and hope for the best. But like that, it's very dangerous. And the explosion is like a big pile of fire. Okay, they rush in. Okay, the smoke kind of covered their movements. Oh my god, another Soviet. Oh, hip firing! You gotta be kidding me! Where has he been the entire time? Is it me, or hip firing and MG42 is a bit of a crazy thing? And he does it with extreme accuracy. But more importantly, why is he in a building and not providing suppressive fire for his squad? Where has he been this entire time? Anyway. Okay, he's reloading. That's great. Okay, it's never a good idea to surrender in the middle of a firefight. Okay, fire support. Okay, that's good. Where's the MG? The MG should provide suppressive fire. Anyway, that's kind of a good tactical situation. So you see, they provide suppressive fire while one guy moves forward. That's pretty realistic. The reason is simple. While they're firing, the machine gunner would probably hide behind the wall and thus not be able to fire. But thankfully for the Germans, there is a perfectly positioned sandbag, fortified position for them to hide. Okay, now he's alone though. Okay, he's just running through the building. No, come on. Okay. There was a Soviet on the second floor just seconds ago. Because this building might be packed with Soviets for all we know. You would think he would be more careful. But no, he runs through this building, makes a ton of noise. His rifle is not even pointed forward. What would he do? If a Soviet faced him, he'd be done. So basically the mistake here is that it's the guys with the rifles that should provide suppressive fire, while the guys with the MP40s enter the building and make sure it's cleared. They have the most firepower. It's one of the stupidest ideas to send the guy with a bolt action rifle to clear a building. Anyway, okay, he jumps, grenade. No, this is not the result of a grenade explosion. Not a chance. Look at that. The entire wall exploded. Was this building packed with TNT? Is it like in Call of Duty where you have random TNT and explosive barrels in buildings and it just makes a huge explosion? And I have to show you something. I couldn't resist. I was hesitant, but check this out. So the guy takes the grenade, throws it, but then you see the grenade is not even close to the window. It's literally going for the wall. It's about to bounce off the wall. And come on, look at that. The machine gun has disappeared. It's not there anymore. The Soviet vanished. Now, since I'm in a pillaging mood, check this out. Okay, did you notice that all the windows have no glass? Like, if it was a result of an explosion, there would be parts of glass left. There's none. And the weirdest part is that if we move a bit forward, there's a lot of rubble in the street, but the walls are intact. Like, where did the rubble come from? Honestly, I think they should have used a Panzerfaust to destroy it, and would have fit the scene where there's a huge explosion. It's 1943, Panzerfaust were readily available. It's easy to use for infantry. You blow up the enemy wall, enemy MG nest, and it's done. Alright, he's reloading again. That's great. Okay, now there's just walking as if there's no more enemies, it's over. They clearly said there are 3 squads. The first squad goes first, but then there's 2 in the back. Why aren't the 2 squads in the back clearing that big building to make sure it's safe of enemy troops? And once the position is secured, then you can consider moving forward. But no, they rush in. So as of now, from the first 12 men in the first group, 4 are dead. And again, soldiers die immediately, there are no wounded, and it's very convenient. That way we can simply move on to level 2. Okay, secure the area. At least they're sending scouts now. And yes, the Soviet response, immediate. As soon as the Germans pass that corner, the Soviets fire, and it makes sense. And sending scouts saves the entire platoon from being ambushed. Why couldn't they do that in the first place? By the way, we left off at an interesting point. Do you see how he holds the MP40? As you can see, he holds it by the most intuitive way, the easiest way to handle the weapon. But from what I read, it actually caused a lot of malfunctions by holding it by the magazine. So let me know in the comment section what you think about the way of holding the MP40, what you think about the MP40 as a weapon overall, but it seems to me the weapon is poorly designed, because if that's the only way to hold it, it's bound to cause problems for the one handling it. But what makes me laugh is the way the Soviet soldiers are positioned. It's similar to a Call of Duty mission. You have the sandbags, you have random stuff in the back. The soldiers are all properly lined up. They're waiting for you to get there. And it's such a bad position because the guys in the back can literally friendly fire their friends in the front. Okay, hiding behind a car is not the best cover, but okay. But you would think the Germans would use their machine gun this time. But no. Where's the MG? Makes me mad. Now they're pinned down. Oh my god. Losing a guy with an MP40 is a big problem. First of all, they don't have an MG. I don't know where it went. Now they're losing their MP40. Their firepower is drastically going down. Lieutenant Wilhelm completely lost control. Okay, you see guys popping up from windows. That's what I meant with Call of Duty. Okay, at least he's reloading. That's good. Oh. T-34-85. Okay, they're screwed. Get out of here. A couple minutes into the battle and they're already down 5 men. It's a disaster. Okay, now the Soviets are counterattacking. Oh my god. Okay, you see the Gopnik position? Yeah, so these guys make sense that they're behind walls, they're covered, but these guys are literally in the middle of the street. They're not even on the ground. However, at least it's the proper Soviet uniform from 1943, so that's well done. Overall, the costume department did a good job in the series. It's just the tactics that are off, as if they didn't know how World War II actually happened. Okay, now they're pulling back. Having an MG would have been so useful. Okay, now where were you this entire time? Oh my god, this makes me mad. Okay, this MG crew is literally never there when it's time to fight. They always show up at the end of the battle. I was about to press play, but there's something so off. Like, where did the tank go? It literally vanished. Where did all the Soviets go? They're gone. There's only like 3 guys here and a machine gun in the back. Where did they go? You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and I think there's 2 more on the side. There were 12 soldiers, 12 Soviets plus a tank. And now, all of a sudden, they're gone. This is an obvious movie mistake. Okay, he's firing. He's out of ammo. All his pouches are empty. And he's asking for more ammo. Excellent job. The MP40s are firing. Good. Okay, he's looking into the box. Well done. Okay, the MG is useless. Oh my god, a Soviet. Oh my god. You see, my idea at the beginning wasn't crazy, the Panzerfaust. But at this point, the attack is a disaster. The MG's out. The machine gunners are gone. A total of 9 men down. It's a third of the entire platoon. So imagine if the Germans had actually positioned their machine gun at the beginning, they would have had way more firepower. And if they had a Panzerfaust with them, they could have even fired on the T-34. So my take on it is that this platoon should have never been attacking in the first place. They barely had any equipment. Oh yeah, an interesting thing, you might think, why would a Soviet even carry a Panzerfaust? Well, just like the Germans liked the Soviet PPSH machine gun, the Soviets liked the German Panzerfaust. It was easy to use, it was light, it was readily available, so whenever Soviets would capture German positions, they would look for these, keep them, and use them in battle. But unlike what's shown in Generation War, the Soviets did not use it to target enemy machine gunners or enemy infantrymen, for the simple reason that you would expose yourself to enemy fire while doing so. So instead, the Soviets would use it to clear enemy buildings in urban combat. Imagine you have a bunch of houses with enemies firing. The Germans expect you to come from the windows, from the doors. So the Soviets would use the Panzerfaust, blow up the wall, and then would throw a bunch of grenades inside the building, and after the explosion only, they would rush in. Now they're screwed, honestly. Losing the MG is the worst thing that could happen to a German infantry squad. 1 more casualty. The officer is not there anymore. He lost control of the battle. Another casualty. And that's pretty realistic. The men are pinned down. The officer lost control. And this is when the casualties increase fast. At this point of the battle, we're at 11 men down. That's an entire squad wiped out. And honestly, I know a lot of you guys like Lieutenant Wilhelm, but from my perspective, from what I'm seeing, all he's good at is to get his men killed because of his poor tactical decisions. Lieutenant Wilhelm apparently has fought since 1939. 4 years of experience. You would think he knows what he's doing. But in the end, all he does is frontal assaults. He doesn't even try to maneuver. And honestly, German officers and NCOs, if they were good at one thing, was these tactical situations. So he's literally the antithesis of a German officer of World War II. Okay, at least the Soviet did not reload the Panzerfaust, picked up another one, but now he scored. He took out the platoon leader. If you take out the officers, NCOs, the unit is pinned down and can't move anymore. Doesn't even check ammo. Oh my god, what is this? Bro, this guy is aimbot. He didn't check ammo. Okay, maybe it's dramatic, but is it realistic? No. But again, what bothers me is this. Check this out. Where's the tank? Where are all the Soviet troops that were there moments before? They're all gone. So of course, this scenario is very easy when there's only like 4 Soviets left. Now, to conclude, in my opinion, I think people only like Generation War because it's the German perspective of World War II. And there is definitely some merit to that. But now in terms of historical realism, this entire battle scene makes me think of some amateur reenactment. Because the uniforms and the weapons are well done, but the military tactics are trash. Had they only said this is their first time in combat, maybe I would accept this because they have no experience. But these guys are on the Eastern Front since 1941. It's been 2 years. You would think that they know how the Soviets fight. You would think they know how the Soviets ambush the enemy. But no. Overall, that's all I have for you. Let me know in the comment section what you thought of my analysis. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you want to help me create more content, consider joining me on Patreon. The link is in the description.